Welcome to the Jill on Money Call of the Week. We are presented by Marcus by Goldman Sachs. This is our opportunity to help you with whatever's going on in your financial life. It could be an investment question, it could be a tax question, and it also could be a retirement plan or maybe even just a career decision. Any way you slice it, we are happy to help you out. All you have to do is send us an email. Ask Jill at jillonmoney.com. Ask Jill at jillonmoney.com or head to the website jillonmoney.com. We've got a contact button in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, let's get to it. It's Eric in Texas.
Good morning, Jill. Such a pleasure to talk to you.
And you as well.
So I have a kind of a mashup of some different questions. Big into financial planning, listen to every show you've put out, read your book. This one is kind of an overlap on a few things. So I'm 31 years old. Active duty Air Force officer, been in the seat for almost about 8 years now. So I have a very predictable salary. I know when I'll get raises, know about when I'll get promotions, bonuses, things of that nature. So the financial planning outlook is actually fairly simple because I can see the next 12 years of my life, pension after that, healthcare with that, all that kind of stuff. So I work, my wife works as well, no kids. So we've kind of got this on autopilot for right now. We're a little late to the investing game, but I can kind of, have a bright future with all those things included.
So now let's talk a little bit about what's going on. You said that you got into investing a little bit late. So tell me a little bit about both of you. First of all, how much money do you earn together?
Just above 150.
Okay. That cash flow is good for you? Do you, there's no outstanding debt?
I bought a new car a couple of years ago, and we bought her one last year, part of the dual income, no kids thing.
Nice.
And then she's still sitting on about $50,000 of student loans from her bachelor's and her master's degree.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Outside of that, we don't have anything. We've got about $21,000 in cash savings. We're adding $1,000 every month to that. We're additionally paying way extra on her student loans. So making good progress there.
How much is the interest rate on the student loans?
It's somewhere in the sixes.
Yeah. Okay. The car debt, what's the interest rate and what's the outstanding balance on the two cars together?
Together it's $68,000. I think mine's at I think they're both somewhere right around 3%.
Dude, $70,000 almost in car loans?
Yes.
What kind of car did you buy?
So I bought a Subaru sports car a couple years ago, and then we bought her a Chevy Tahoe.
So you've got some money in cash, $21,000. How much would an emergency reserve of, say, 6 months be for you guys?
Probably 30.
Okay. So that'll be, a this year thing. You'll have your emergency reserve beefed up to your 6 month, which probably is not the worst. You don't need to do 12 months. You are, as you said, you've got a pretty predictable income as a military person. What does your wife do for a living?
Her background's in education, but we're in a real small town. So as a college educator, so there's not a lot of places for her to teach because she's pretty specialized. So right now, she also works on base. She is a civilian government contractor.
Oh, okay. So you guys have great income, $150,000. You got the debt on the cars. You heard me give you a little bit of chiding for that. Okay, fine. I'm going to let it go. She's got $50,000 in student loans. So you're working on paying that debt down faster, right?
Correct.
What's going into retirement right now?
So right now, she does 10% to a 401k, and then she gets a 3.5% match.
Great.
And then I'm doing 5% to a Roth TSP and getting a 5% match as well.
Fantastic. That's great. So you're doing the 5%, she's doing the 10%. You're saving the $1,000 a month. You're making extra payments on your student loan, on her student loans, yours together, whatever. That's about all you can do right now. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. That sounds like a good game plan. I like that. I mean, making the extra payments on obviously a 6% student loan makes a ton of sense. Really good. Now, is there any reason why you would see any change to her income in the future? Or at least like near term, at least?
No.
Okay, got it. How about any housing? Do you live in military housing? Do you own a home? What's up?
So we own a home on a 15-year VA loan. So making really good progress on there. We've been here for about a year and a half, and I'll still be here for about another 2.5 years.
Yep.
So estimated equity when we sell it's somewhere around 40. So hoping to maybe use that to kill off the student loans when we leave here.
And that's a definite. In other words, like, are you making extra payments on that VA loan?
No, it's
Okay.
3.875 on a 15-year.
Great.
So I'm making killer progress just by making the minimum.
Perfect. I just don't want you to don't make any extra payments. So this sounds great. Now, what's your question?
So basically, because I can see the rest of my at least my military future with pay and raises and bonuses and that kind of stuff, we have where we want to be for retirement. And so if we do everything kind of on plan and then get just a 6% year over year return, we'll easily hit our target. So I kind of just have like the gates that I want to hit every year.
Okay.
And so she's only in one account and I'm only in one account. There's not really a way to rebalance, I don't think.
I gotcha.
So all of mine in the Roth TSP is all in a life cycle fund. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure that there's any way that rebalances itself other than changing the risk based on the time horizon.
Okay. You're in what year life cycle fund?
2050.
Okay. And what is she in?
I need to check. I'm actually not sure.
Okay. Because, I mean, one thing you could do, you could potentially take the money out of the life cycle fund as you gather more assets. Like, you have how much in your own Roth TSP right now?
So the split is 40 is mine, 18 is hers.
I mean, you could potentially say with this much money, with 40 grand, now you've got a nice cushion there. You can now move into, say, like, I'm going to put some money in the G fund and I'm going to put some money in the C fund and call it a day. And then you can reallocate a little bit. If you're just going to stay in the TSP and you're not going to worry and just want to let it be till you get a little bit more money in there, that's fine. Let it go. Then what we could do potentially is, if your wife is in a 401k with a target date fund, I'd love to know what her choices are in her 401k. Maybe we've got some different choices that we could allocate. And that would be a kind of like a little rebalancing. You're not going to get a true rebalance in that 2050 fund. But if you want a little more control and be able to rebalance a little more actively, then we've got to find which assets in each of your accounts make sense for you.
So you mentioned the G fund, the C fund. Would you recommend maybe like a target date fund, like a 2030?
Yeah, I mean, what you can do is you can kind of make yourself wimpier. Right?
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
We're both in that category. right there with you already.
So then, yes, the other way is, if you just want to make it easy, yes, use a date that's closer to right now, which would mean, instead of having more, if you look at you drill down into the funds and you'll see that I think in the 2050 fund, you probably have a lot more in the equities and a lot less in the bonds. But if you choose more of like a 70-30 split, that's probably going to get you exactly where you want to go with a smoother ride.
Okay.
How about that?
Too easy.
Come on. What's with you in the car, though? I mean, really, do you have the need for speed? I know that's such an annoying thing.
No,
I
definitely have. Since I was a little kid, I've had a bunch of just like stupid fast motorcycles. I got rid of the last one a few years ago. I think it's because I have to fly safe. So I teach pilot training. And I'm a mobility pilot when I'm not teaching pilot training. So almost like airlines, big, heavy, slow. So in order to get that fix, I kind of have to have the fast, sporty car.
I have 2 words for you.
What's that?
Virtual reality.
Right.
Put some of those glasses on, get with your buddies who are like the drone guys, and just like play and, whatever. Anyway, give us a call back if you have any questions. You are a delight, and I wish you all the best. You're doing a great job right now. If for some reason there's extra money that is dumped in your lap, if your wife were to get a different job, if, your great Aunt Sarah dies and left you money, your number one priority would be to put down extra money on the student loans. Again, that 6% interest rate should be the real focus. Don't do anything different. Keep putting money into your retirement account. But think about this. Once that emergency reserve fund is built up to about 30 grand, the extra money that you have, that $1,000 a month that's going into that emergency reserve, can now be used to accelerate the student loan debt pay down. That's where it should go. And then once that is paid off, you, Eric, will be able to increase your Roth TSP allocation up to that same 10% that your wife is doing. Okay, that's the call of the week. If you have a financial question, just give us a holler. Send an email to askjill@jillonmoney.com or go to the website, jillonmoney.com. You can click the Contact Us button right there. Oh, by the way, while you're there, sign up for our free newsletter. It's free. Why not? We drop new episodes of Jill on Money every Tuesday and Thursday, and you can download the show anywhere that you get your podcasts. Apple, Google Play, radio.com, Stitcher, wherever. Our music is composed by Joel Goodman. Mark Talercio is our executive producer. We're distributed by Cadence 13, and our show is presented by Marcus by Goldman Sachs. See you next week.